And new developments tonight after a cardiac surgeon was shot inside Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston. Dr. Michael Davidson died from his injuries late last night. Investigators say he was targeted. The shooter, Stephen Passeri, asked for him by name. He shot the doctor twice and then killed himself. Authorities say Davidson had provided medical care for the mother of the gunman. She died in November. And we're digging deeper now into hospital safety locally. We want to know if local hospitals have a plan to deal with an armed intruder. And turns out an active shooter situation has been on their radar for years, and they train personnel. NBC 10's Sierra Putman is live in the studio with more. Sierra?
Well, Jean and Patrice, police and fellow hospitals agree Brigham was prepared to put its active shooter plan into action, a safety plan very similar to the one used at Kent Hospital and other Rhode Island hospitals. In Boston, Brigham and Women's Hospital lowers its flag in memory of a colleague and a friend. Dr. Michael Davidson was shot and killed Tuesday when a gunman entered the hospital to seek him out. Miles away in Rhode Island, Kent Hospital had a moment of silence for the slain doctor. Dr. Michael Dacey says many here in Rhode Island knew Dr. Davidson as a result of a partnership between Kent and Brigham and Women's Hospitals. The 44-year-old cardiac surgeon was respected as a leader in his field.
They all knew the surgeon who was shot and killed very well. Several of them had trained with him, and they routinely consulted him for more difficult cases.
Although hospital shootings are rare, this week's tragedy is a reminder that hospitals need and often do have a plan. Brigham and Women's and Kent hospitals follow a similar motto in such a situation: run, hide, and if you have to, fight.
If in fact you're confronted by the shooter, well, you do what you have to do in that situation, but the idea is to evacuate and hide until help comes.
All Care New England hospitals prepare for the possibility of an active shooter. In fact, they train the people on the front lines, the nurses and the security personnel, how to de-escalate a situation. Kent does do active shooter simulations for employees. He says that plus other training are pretty much all they can do to prepare. Is this a sign that there needs to be metal detectors in the hospitals?
I don't think so. I mean, I've worked at hospitals that have had metal detectors in them, and I can tell you it changes the way you deliver care to patients.
And Kent Hospital has already started planning to have an active shooter simulation this spring, but they might move it up in light of what happened in Boston. Sierra Putman, NBC 10 News.